about, right, why Damansara Heights will continue to prosper now and in years to come. I'm sure by now everyone already know that Damansara Heights, okay, is the address of Malaysia. Right? In fact, okay, Damansara Heights is so famous that not only in Malaysia, even in the world. If you're following Lonely Planet, you all heard about Lonely Planet? Right, you know that Damansara Heights actually make it to the top 10 coolest cities or neighborhood in the entire world, nominated by Lonely Planet. All of you know about that? You have no idea, right? Okay. Now, today I'm going to share with you why is it so. What makes Damansara Heights in the first place, okay? And how long more will it prosper, okay? So the first thing before we start is we need to understand what Feng Shui is all about first, okay? It's all about understanding and educating ourselves, okay? Now, for those of you who are Chinese, probably you have heard about this saying that Chinese always says, 天时地利人和, right? In direct translation, it means heaven, earth, and man, when it comes together, it creates our destiny. So at the end of the day, whether we make it or not in our life, it's not crafted on stones. Everything is not fated, okay? So this is one thing that now every year people ask about, like, okay, what's my animal sign? This year good or no good, okay? Like this year of the dog, dragon, very soy, very no good, all these things. All this is just part of whatever that is fated, only 1/3 of our life, that 1/3. What we are born as, our strength, our weaknesses, only that 1/3 of our life, okay? The other 2/3 that can also change and upgrade our life depends on the environment. Environment means, okay, for this particular topic itself, we talk about the physiognomy of the landform. It means your house, your feng shui, the people that you mix around with, where you stay. For instance, if you are in the city of like PJ or Kuala Lumpur compared to if you are in a kampong area, are there any difference or not? Yes, because the environment gives the different types of energy that subsequently give us different opportunity in life. Therefore, if you can actually zoom in to study and to search for the best environment or the most conducive environment that give us the most opportunity in life, it means that we heighten this part of our life. This is where Feng Shui comes in. All of you following? All right? But whenever we are given the opportunity, nothing will change in our life unless we have the man luck. And the man luck means what we call the human actions and decision. It is very important. It means even though we are given with a good, smooth luck this year or in your life, you are in the right environment with all the good opportunities, but if you do not have the right decision and the right mindset and take the right action, nothing will change. All of you following? Alright, so therefore, if we can harness these 3 components in our life itself, that is how we maximize our destiny. Destiny means at the end of the day, our destination, where will us be? Because we know, right, we have a starting point, we have a final point. Everyone is the same, right? But at the final point itself, where would we be? Are we up there? Or we are way below in the society? That is a choice. And this choice is greatly governed by these 3 components. The word of Feng Shui itself is governed by the classical books. It says that you have to focus and look at the mountain and the water in the environment. Very important. From now onwards, if you hear any Feng Shui practitioners that talk to you about Feng Shui studies, the first thing is they must be able to examine and study the mountain in the environment and look at the water in the environment. Okay, it's not about going to your place and your house and tell you that, okay, you need to build a mountain here with a waterfall. You know, some people do that. They create their own mountain, cascading mountain waterfall in front of their house. That is not Feng Shui. Okay, now why is it that in the classical it says that the mountain governs relationship and health, and water governs wealth. So that is the term of Feng Shui. In Chinese, we call 山管人丁水管財. Okay? So whenever you look at mountain, when the presence of good, healthy mountain, or dragon, we call it, right? If you have the mountain, it means that it will govern your relationship and your health. That's the prime thing. And then the second thing is, if you see natural water in that particular environment, it will govern your wealth. Where we study, we actually study from Hong Kong. So most of the thing, naturally, you see, Cantonese comes first, then I translate it to English. Okay? So in terms of the Tei Lei Ng Kut, or the 5 phrases, it says, you have to look for 5 things. Means, this is, what are the 5 things? It means you have to like, Long, Sa, Sui, Yue, Hyang. Longsa Soyuhang means you have to look at the dragon, the embrace, the water, the meridian spot, and then only look at the facing. If you can actually pass these 5 things, you have found the meridian spot. Alright, so what makes Damansara Heights like so good? Okay, so first thing is you must know how to identify the location in the map. So if you can see it from here, it will be good. If you're not, you can actually Google it out, alright, your Google Maps or your Google Earth. Now, once you have identified Damansara Heights, you need to know now where is the incoming dragon. Remember, Longsa Soyuhang, first thing we look at the dragon, the 4 mountains, okay? Right, the mountains range, the dragon is like a moving mountain that brings in the chi. And the whole entire Semenanjung means the Peninsular Malaysia itself, right, okay? The backbone of Peninsular Malaysia is your Banjaran Titiwangsa. You know where your Genting is and all that? Banjaran Titiwangsa comes all the way from southern Thailand, okay? It joins all the way from Everest, Tibet, all the way down to southern Thailand, and it joins up to Malaysia, and it builds the backbone of Malaysia, okay, in terms of peninsula. And that Banjaran Titiwangsa is what we consider as the forefather dragon. Okay, that is the main dragon. So that is the dragon part. When these 2 sides opens up, you can clearly see this area itself is the lowest area, and you see 2 main river runs through. What is that 2 main river? Sungai Gombak and your Sungai Klang. Alright, it runs through and it joins at the point where you first started Korit Kuala Lumpur. That's where your Masjid Jami is. So now you have water, you have the mountain, you have the left embrace, and you have the right embrace. We want a balanced life. We need to choose a place which is directly opposite from the water, because we need the what? Mountain. So we need to see not where the most water will reside, but where the mountains or the star, we call it, will reside. Now you see, dragon, Longsa Soyuhang. Dragon means the moving mountain. Moving mountain got no chi stop there one. Okay, moving mountain is just like it's still a moving mountain. We need to see Yud. Yud means the meridian spot. Meridian spot are how to see means if you see any of a single standing mountain that forms an image. If you see a mountain that is like that looks like a certain image, is a flat top, is a is a sharp pointy mountain. Okay, just one mountain on its own, and it's not, if you go Ipoh and all that, you will see all the Banjaran. It's like range of mountain. There's no use. Don't think that Feng Shui says that okay, I go lah, okay, Bentong deep inside there, surrounded by mountain. No use one, because you have no star. The meridian point is what we call the Yud, right? The Yud is the star. So we have to spot what? A stand-alone mountain. If you have a stand-alone mountain, that is where all the energy will reside and circulate in the area. So how do we actually spot this? This is the highest among all these hills itself. Kiara, yes, this is your Kiara Hills, and this serves as a blockage. Means it helps to preserve, means this, imagine, right, okay, you have a big hose of water coming in from that side. That's where your Genting is, right? The chi all comes from that side. You want something in front here to block the chi so that it won't what? Goes out. So you have the highest among the neighborhood here is your this is your Kiara, Bukit Kiara, or your TTDI hills. It's the same. It's just different site. You call it different name. Now, this hill itself serves as something to block the energy. And from here itself is where your Damansara Height is. Your Bukit Kiara is actually here. You will see that underneath here, right, okay, you have a 5 mountain formation. Now, 5 mountain formation, right, okay, you all don't need to sit so like strictly, okay, just relax, it's a Saturday, okay? All right, if you look at here, if you see here, right, okay, you have your like Bukit Kiara, it's over here. Later on, you will also be able to see, right, okay, underneath your Bukit Kiara, you will see your section 16 is where your UM is, University Malaya. That forms another hill that goes all the way to your Bukit Gasing. This is your section 16. It adjoins to Bukit Gasing. Now, this used to be a same range, but somehow through development, you have cut open the hill. So this is one formation, okay, of what we call a mountain. There's one formation. And then you see, down here, you have all your Bangsa hills. You know Bangsa, we have Bukit Pantai, Bukit Bandaraya. That actually governs the southern areas. Means from here, you got mountains to surround it, right? From here, you got all your Bangsa areas to surround. That is where you come to your Bukit Persekutuan or your Federal Hill. And then after that, you go up, you see your Taman Duta. Taman Duta all the way to your Hatamas area, okay, and then forms back Desa Sri Hatamas, okay, and then it forms back to Bukit Kiara. Now, if you look at the hills formation, right, you'll be able to see Damansara Heights is the only location in the whole entire Klang Valley that is surrounded by 5 stars. 5 stars means Bukit Kiara Hill, if you pay attention enough, is a flat top mountain. If you look at Bukit Pantai, is a pointy sharp mountain. Now, all these different types of mountain, it just tells you they are altogether 5 elements. Now, the formation, we call it itself, is like the San. Means that the 5 fingers formation where Bukit Damansara now is at the palm area. Okay? Therefore, you know that this area itself, right, over time, no matter how bad is the economy, no matter how bad is the environment, you try to actually put out a good plot here and it will get snapped up. Do your research in terms of real estate. Okay, the prices here will just keep going up and going up. Why? Because the whole entire area here is what? Surrounded. It is protected. Not only that, you will also see that now, if you see that the Bukit Damansara area is somewhere around here, right? You will see that the mountains means the water, right? Okay, this is a Klang River. Klang River surrounded over this side all the way to Sri Kembangan or your Subang area, Puchong area. Okay? And this area itself, right, from your Bukit Kiara Park, you also have your Sungai Penchala. Sungai Penchala all the way coming down and joining at your Sungai Klang, all the way go out to a big tree mouth in Port Klang. That is the direction of the whole Klang Valley. Mountain coming in from the Genting Sempa, Gombak area, and the chi travels all the way, all right, towards the Port Klang or the southwest direction. Okay, and in between here, we find the spot, means the spot if you have all the other mountains to surround it, to protect the environment, that is the prime meridian spot. And Damansara is the only, I would say, neighborhood with that particular mountains surrounding it. So you see that the whole surrounding area here, you have all the rivers to protect it. Okay, and after the protection, you then see that Damansara Heights is the only one, you have all these mountains rising at the side, okay, to protect the trees. Now you try to stand out in any areas within the Damansara Heights, you don't see gushing strong wind one. You only have we call Feng Tiu Yu Shan. Feng Tiu means, right, okay, it is controlled smooth wind. Now that is one of the way for us feng shui practitioners to check the optimum area for meridian spots. Some of you, if you're out of curiosity, if you can drive all the way back up to the hill over here, because I've been out there to see at the construction site of Damansara 56. You will feel that it is quiet, calm, and you will not find that suddenly there will really winds that gushing through. Try it at different timing. Okay, nowadays a lot of new developments, a lot of new neighborhoods, they create the whole area into like, you know, it feels very nice, it looks very good because landscaping and all that. So whenever you look at the whole project, right, okay, it attracts you. It keeps on, wow, this is like the neighborhood, my dream neighborhood I want to stay in. But when you look at the feng shui perspective, all these are man-made. Okay, they dig the pond, they make all the greens and the landscaping, but a lot of them, right, okay, trust me, if you make research, right, after a few months or half a year, you see even the trees can't sustain it. They plant it on, and very fast it will die. Why is it so? Because that area is not the prime area. Okay, so whenever you find a prime area, right, okay, the greens will be green, not yellow, all right, and brown. Okay, so that is how you actually look for their environment. When it comes to feng shui, right, we have different periods. Now we are in the end of period 8, means from 2004 up to 2023 onwards, we are in period 8. So in 2024 up to 2043, we will actually go into period 9. And every time this transition period coming in is the best timing for us to consider investing into property. Now, if you remember, right, okay, this is 2004. In the 90s or the late 90s, right, okay, there are a lot of neighborhood around here that is not prosperous one. But a lot of times, right, all of you, because you're not into this field, you're forgotten about it because you don't do the research. But the students who follow me before period 8, before 2004 comes in, that was the time that they all start buying. Okay, when they started buying up to now, you will be beaming in smile in your dream. Okay, you will be beaming in smile because you catch it before it comes over. Okay, so now the next cycle is 2024. It's only a few years down the road. So you know that this period of time, last year, this year, next year, will be the best timing for you to really consider investing into real estate. Every area, if that is, see, all this area, Mont Kiara, yes, it will shoot up. Because these are the 5 fingers, remember? Your Mont Kiara area is one of the 5 fingers. Your Jalan Duta is one. Bukit Tungku, Kenny Hills is one of your 5 fingers. Your Federal Hill area, that side, is one of your 5 fingers. Your Bangsa area is one of your 5 fingers. But the center is what? Your Damansara Heights area. Okay? So your Damansara Heights is what we call the palm area of your hand. And these areas are limited. You cannot build more land. This is all you have. So over time itself, right, okay, the price will definitely go up. Now, when I do a lot of talks for property expo and all that as well, you see, the rate of urban population in Malaysia is 4% a year on average. Okay? In KL itself, right, in KL itself is average 2.6% per annum. It means every year in Klang Valley or in KL, approximately 832,000 people come over to KL, either to stay or to buy properties. And a lot of them, trust me, they are from small little towns and even East Malaysia. Do you know that our properties are selling like hotcakes in East Malaysia? And also Singaporeans, right? Okay, and of course Chinese lah. These are even non-Malaysians, but they all focus on what? The city area. So if we are living in the city and we don't start actually investing, we will continue to what? Complain. Because we will continue to complain that the price keeps going up. But trust me, within this 5 fingers formation and the palm of the whole formation of this meridian spot, the price will never go down. We have talked about this years and years. And then people are waiting for what? Wait for the next, okay, property price to drop first. Then only we'll buy. Property price, if it drops, okay, only areas where nobody wants, those prices will drop. In areas that everyone is looking for it, you hardly even see for sale banner to come out. And trust me, you don't even see for rent or for sale banner to come out. Because all these things will be done once you actually reveal that you have intention to sell, you straight away got buyers. And also you trust me because even you don't have the intention to sell, there will be buyers keep bugging you. Alright? Because this area are the prime areas. Feng Shui is not everything. You identify Feng Shui already, you also need to know what? Environment. You need to actually live in a neighborhood as your home to have an environment which is what? Easy access, right? Okay, in and out to different areas. You need an environment which also have conducive, maybe colleges, a school. You have hospital nearby. You have good malls, shopping malls, and also what? Eateries. And all these things, this area itself, do you have all of this? Yeah. So now, because of this itself, remember, if you're thinking about investing in property and all that, always remember this quote. Now, this quote itself is very powerful. It is also very important for all investors. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. You know, a lot of times I see people make the mistake is they wait to buy. When you wait to buy, right, okay, you will never be able to get it at your desired price. Because the good areas, the prices will keep going up. But instead, you should consider is buy it and wait. That is all the tycoons will do because they actually use Feng Shui. They know an area before it actually becomes prosperous, they buy first. They buy and keep. And then it becomes prosperous. You don't wait until the area becomes super highly prosperous, then only you buy. Okay, then too late already, lor. Now, very important, even though we'll talk about Damansara Heights, right? Okay, just now we'll go back to the slide. We talk about Damansara Heights itself, you have a prime area, okay? You have the prime area and all this, right? Okay, but most importantly, right? Okay, maybe not here, that, okay? It is important that whenever you have a property, right? Okay, that you have a main entrance, or if you have a bungalow or anything in your Damansara area, face it towards the water mouth. Now, the water mouth is where your Masjid Jami is, the KL city center, because that is your conversion of your rivers. Now, that is where the wealth comes in. That's why we want a property to face that particular area. So if you do a research, right, all the bungalows in your Damansara Heights and all that, whichever that's facing to the KL city centre, the price is greatly different compared to those who are not facing that direction. And guess what? This particular whole entire project, it's made to face what? Towards the KLCC or the city centre area. Because it's important. Because that is where your wealth chi comes in. That's the conversion of your wealth. Right? So you have to face that area in order to benefit from the chi. You don't want to back it.